Good morning, students. Welcome to online classes. Class 6th Science chapter Water. In the previous class, we have discussed droughts and floods. Now, let us know the main reasons for water scarcity. We know that air, water, air and water are freely available in the nature. Air and water are freely available in the nature. But nowadays, what we are doing? We are paying. We are buying water. Okay? Water packets, water bottles, 1 liter, 20 rupees. Okay, 25 liters of water, simply giving for water 25 liters, 10 rupees, like that they are collecting. So, what is the reason? Ask your parents and grandparents whether they also paid for water. So, otherwise, what are the reasons why we are paying for water? What are the reasons for that? And also, think why the demand of water increasing, why the demand of water increasing day by day. Day by day, the demand of water is increasing. So, what are the reasons? Let us see one by one. The main reasons for water scarcity. Let us see the main reasons for water scarcity. First one, population explosion. Population explosion. What is population explosion? That means number of people increasing day by day. If the number of people are increasing, consumption of the water also increases. That is why the demand for water day by day is increasing. And the second one, uneven distribution of rainfall. Uneven distribution of rainfall. In some areas, there is a less rainfall. In some areas, there is a heavy rainfall. That means uneven rainfall, rain distribution. During summer season, there is some rains. During winter season, there is floods. During rainy season, we will not find any rains. During rainy season, we will not find any rains. Nowadays, seasons are changed. Winter season, we are getting floods, cyclones. But rainy season, no rain. Uneven distribution of rainfall. In some areas, more rainfall, they will get floods. In some areas, very less rainfall, they got droughts. They will face droughts problem. So this is the reason also. This is the reason for water demand is increasing, for increasing the demand of water. And third reason, decline of groundwater table. Groundwater table. Decline of groundwater table. So, groundwater table, that means groundwater also decreasing day by day. And there is no source for seeps the water into the ground. And number of bore wells are increased in particular areas to tap the underground water, for tapping the underground water. And the next one, pollution of water. Pollution of water, polluting the water. And one more, careless use of water. One more, careless use of water. Careless use of water. Let us see once again what are the reasons for water scarcity. Reasons for water scarcity. First one, population explosion, uneven distribution of rainfall, decline of groundwater table, and pollution of water, careless use of water. So these are the 5 reasons main for the water scarcity. So what we have to do? We should use water judiciously to prevent scarcity of water. Judiciously we have to use the water to prevent water scarcity. Otherwise it is impossible for organisms to live on the earth in the future. The only method for preventing water scarcity is conservation of water. So which method we have to follow? Conservation. Conservation of water. We should not waste water. Saving water for the future generations by using water judiciously helps in conservation of water. So conservation of water, conservation is nothing but saving water. Saving water for the future generations by using judiciously helps in conservation of water. You have to use water but judiciously. Wherever necessary you can use water, but don't use carelessly. Don't use carelessly. It will lead water scarcity. There are methods of conservation of water. Let us see what are the methods of water conservation. Let us see. Methods of water conservation. Methods of water conservation. First method, water management. Water management. So what is water management? What we have to do? Let us see. Water management consists of the following factors. First one, bringing awareness about the bad effects of throwing waste into the water bodies. So bad effects of throwing waste. Bad effects of throwing waste into the water bodies. Into the water bodies. So water bodies like ponds, lakes, rivers, we should not throw unnecessarily this waste into the water bodies. Then there will be a bad effects. Water becomes polluted. And next one, recycling of water by separating pollutants. So we have to recycling water. Recycling water by removing pollutants. And third one, minimizing the use of chemical fertilizers. Chemical fertilizers we have to use less. Chemical fertilizers. So organic fertilizers also is there, inorganic fertilizers also is chemical fertilizers. Okay, so if you use more chemical fertilizers, what will happen? The groundwater becomes polluted. That is why minimize the use of chemical fertilizers. And next one, controlling deforestation. Controlling deforestation. Okay. Next one, controlling deforestation. What is deforestation? Removing forest. That is also we have to control. We should not cut the forest. And next one, adopting a drip irrigation and a sprinkler irrigation. So in agriculture, we have to adopt drip irrigation, okay, and sprinkler. Drip irrigation and sprinkler irrigation farmers have to adopt. By this, they can minimize the use of water. So they can grow crops with less water, good harvest. So by adopting these methods, by following this method, we can conserve the water. Okay, so water management. Let us see once again. Bad effects of throwing waste into the water bodies. We have to tell the people, we have to bring awareness among the people what are the bad effects of throwing waste into the water bodies. And recycling water by removing the pollutants. We can recycle the water, we can use it for different activities. And minimize the chemical fertilizers. So chemical fertilizers, as much as possible, we have to reduce using of these chemical fertilizers. And controlling of deforestation, cutting the trees, you have to control the cutting the trees. So in the agriculture, drip irrigation and sprinkler irrigation, better to adopt it, minimize the use of water. And next one is rainwater harvesting. And next one is rainwater harvesting. Second method, rainwater harvesting. Okay, so what is rainwater harvesting? Directly when rain falls, we can collect the water and we can use it. How to use? Direct collection and use of rainwater is called rainwater harvest. Direct collection and use of rainwater is called rainwater harvesting. There are two types of rain harvesting. Okay, there are two types of rainwater harvesting. The first one is collecting water from where it falls. Collecting water from where it falls. Okay, in which place rainwater falls, from that place we have to collect water. So that is, for example, collecting water from roofs, tops of houses, okay, buildings, etc. Collecting water from the roofs, tops, buildings. So we can collect the water, we can use it for different purposes. And second method is collecting flowing rainwater. Collecting flowing rainwater. After the rainfall, different small streams will flow into the big streams and they will flow into the river. The river will be flow into the ocean. So before that, we have to collect this flowing rainwater and we can use it for different purposes, for crops, for agriculture, and for other uses also we can use this water. Dear students, we know that without water we can't survive a single day. That is why water is very precious. We have to use water carefully. We should not pollute the water. We should not use the water carelessly. Otherwise, what will happen for the future generations? Water scarcity will take place. Water scarcity. Water problems will arise. So, my dear students, use water carefully. Don't waste water. Don't play with water. Wherever it is possible, try to conserve the water. Follow these two methods, water management and rainwater harvesting. These two methods follow to conserve the water. Let us conclude this with a home task. What is home task? First question. Write your suggestions to prevent water wastage. Write your suggestions to prevent water wastage. The second question is, if people are suffering due to floods, what would you do to help them? These two questions answer in your homework notebook and take a picture, send to me. Thank you.